I thought I was going to lose my mind. Have you ever wondered what it's like to float in complete silence and darkness without any sense of time, sound, or gravity? Yo, it's Dakota. I'm here to try something completely new, a sensory deprivation float tank. Some people call it a float spa, but I think the sensory deprivation float tank sounds more intimidating, so I'm gonna stick with that. I heard it helps with anxiety, muscle recovery, and makes you more creative. And to be honest, I need to be more creative. So I was like, why not give it a shot? This experiment's also just to test out different mindful and wellness practices. So you're probably thinking, what is sensory deprivation? Okay, so basically it's a pod, right? With a bunch of warm salt water, and you're just floating there effortlessly. You're cut off from all sense of time, sound, and even gravity. And you know what? I ain't gonna lie, bro. 1 hour in the dark, I start getting nervous. I don't know how my body's gonna react to this. If you've ever been curious on what it's like, please watch the end of this video. I'll be giving you my full experience and my honest opinion. I brought my girlfriend along and we are going to be trying this together. This is the first time for both of us and I thought this would be very interesting. Do you think there's a possibility that you'll just sink to the bottom?
Yes, I think I'm gonna sing.
Interesting. As soon as we walked in, we were greeted by the founder and CEO of Flotate, Matt Beck. I was able to ask him a few questions about sensory deprivation before my floating session.
Each float tank has about 10 inches of 30% Epsom salt solution, which we create by putting about 1,000 pounds of Epsom salt into the tank, into the filtered water.
All of this is in one pot.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe all of those bags of salt belonged in one sensory deprivation pod. So what are the physical and mental benefits of floating?
We did a study who found significant increase in sprint times and jumping power, as well as reducing muscle soreness from workouts. Many more athletes are starting to focus on recovery. It helps improve sleep. Obviously, being well rested is going to help with your performance the next day and recovering. So the rooms are built soundproof, so you don't hear anything. You turn off the light, so you don't see anything.
Wow.
So that lack of stimulation pretty much induces a meditative state. And meditation's, well documented to help improve focus and creativity.
For the people that are afraid of the dark, what do you say to them?
Well, first off, there's a button right next to you that you can turn the light on and off. In the float tank, you're in total control of the experience.
Has anyone died while doing this? After our conversation, he showed me the pod room, and it was required to rinse off before getting in. As soon as I got in, my first thought was how bad my eyes were going to burn if I got any of this water in my eyes. I'm literally not touching the ground. That's insane. So my session is 60 minutes long. I'll talk to you guys after my session. Okay, so this is what it looks like when you turn the lights on inside the sensory deprivation pod, and that's what it looks like when you turn them off. I'm not even joking. I put my phone down and I just wanted to fully experience sensory deprivation. 60 minutes felt like an eternity. Every time I opened my eyes, I saw absolutely nothing. I thought I was about to go insane for the most part, but then I found a sense of peace and relaxation, and I was finally able to nap. I think I was more thrown off by hearing nothing or seeing anything, but after 60 minutes, my sensory deprivation experience was over. Guys, I just finished the sensory deprivation, and I thought I was going to lose my mind. You can't hear nothing, you can't see anything, and you're just floating. Now imagine doing that for 60 minutes. My experience overall, honestly, was extremely healing. I just felt more rejuvenated physically and mentally. At first, not being able to hear or see anything was throwing me off, but actually created this level of peace. Just being in your own space while floating was very relaxing. However, I got a drop of that salt water in my eye, and thank God there was a mini towel there so I could wipe the salt out of my eye.
Well, first, I didn't sink. I think I'm gonna sink. I fell asleep. I think the craziest part about it for me was that it was just as dark with my eyes open as it was when they were closed. My overall experience was a 9.5. I feel like it would be a 10 if I did it consistently.
I actually really enjoyed it. So I rate my experience 9 out of 10. Also, I want to give a huge shout out to Matt Beck and Flotate for giving me the opportunity to use their sensory deprivation float tank. Their socials are shown right here, and I will put more information about the sensory deprivation from Flotate in the description. I'll see you guys next Monday, and I'm out. Peace.